Look at all of these expensive Ikoria variants. These are going to be coming out of the Ikoria Collector Boosters. I know that everybody's interested in it. The release date has been pushed back, but today we're going to look at these cards, we're going to look at the product and what you can buy it for, and I'm going to give you my opinion on whether or not I think this product is worth it. The video starts right now.
Special thanks to our Patreon supporters who power our channel. Check out our Patreon for monthly giveaways, exclusive content, and even a starring role in our fan fight series. Link in the description below.
Hello and welcome to the day. Thank you for spending your time with us. I'm Jake. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. I know you're interested in it. Everybody's talking about it. Ikoria Collector Boosters, it's the hot flavor of the month. This is the spicy product that comes alongside the Ikoria release. It has been released in certain parts of the world, but it has been delayed in others based on what's going on with coronavirus. Most pre-sales are going to be shipping on May 15th. So in this video, we're going to talk about what is in this product. We're going to talk about some old trends from other collector products like Theros and Throne of Eldraine. We're going to note the major differences between this product and those products. And if you've already ordered this product on the secondary market, I have some important information for you. That means if you didn't get it from your LGS, make sure to stick around for that. We have a lot of information to cover. I'm going to try to be as concise as possible. So let's get into this. But before we can, I need you to go down. If you like these finance videos, click like, click subscribe. It really helps out the channel and it lets us know that you like these videos and you want us to make more of them. Lots of stuff to talk about, and so let's go ahead and get into it. We're right now looking at the Ikoria Collector Boosters contents. There's a difference between this product and the Japanese product. The Japanese product is going to have 3 cards that do not appear in the English collector boosters. So that's something that you need to know right off the rip. I'm going to link all of these articles. So if there's anything you want to go more in depth on, make sure to check those out in the description of the video. Before we get into this, I'm just going to show you at a glance what you can purchase an English box for, just so you know. So here we go. Ikoria Collector Booster Box sealed. You can see $214.28, $214.29. Right around $215 mark to $220 is where you can get it for as of the filming of this video. Back to the contents, we're talking about what comes in each pack. 1 foil or non-foil Godzilla monster series. So that's going to be your extended art frame Godzilla alt art variant. You're going to get 1 foil or non-foil in each pack. So that Godzilla MTG overlap, for the people that are interested in that, that comes in every single pack. 1 foil showcase card or borderless planeswalker. And showcase cards, I have those right here. The showcase in this is like this cool comic book style art. It's a bit of a departure from previous styles. It's very cool. We have some like really neat stuff. Like I really love this kind of like psychedelic neon that's going on here. So when we say showcase, that's exactly what the showcase is. Non-foil extended art rare or mythic. 1 non-foil Ikoria commander card. So this is going to be from like the Commander 2020 product. It's like the ancillary card that just appears. 2 non-foil showcase common or uncommon. So that should inform you. These are going to be like in Theros Beyond Death collector, these are going to be like these stargazing variants. Just know that the non-foils of these are going to tank just because there's so many of them that are going to appear in these packs. 2 foil uncommon, 4 foil common or land, 1 foil basic land, 1 foil token. So a bunch of womp womp that's ultimately going to tank. So a lot of fun stuff in these packs, but as of right now, keep in mind that if you are purchasing a price at that $215 US price point, the pack price is coming out to $17.91. So for just under $18, you're getting all of this. The next thing I want to talk about are old trends. And this is from Theros Beyond Death collectors. This is from Throne of Eldraine collectors. Throne of Eldraine was the first set to bring us this new collector edition product, and it has set an interesting precedent moving forward, which is that most sets, until we see otherwise, are going to have collector boosters that are released alongside of the regular set release. So we have a lot of cards here that are expensive, one of which is the SpaceGodzilla Death Corona. This is a card that's very unique to this product, and it's important to keep this in mind when you're trying to inform yourself on whether or not you want to buy it. But these are pre-sale prices on Card Kingdom, and I'm going to link a video now before I go over and we look at Theros Beyond Death collector prices and we look at Throne of Eldraine collector prices. Because historically in Magic, and I'm saying this for anybody who's new to this, anybody who's new to the finance side of Magic. You want to be a collector. You want to collect these special cards. You see all of these cards. People are buying them out. You can see people are buying Vivian for $60 right now. The Indafa Triome Showcase is getting bought for $54.99, and this is on Card Kingdom. And I'm just telling you, and you can look in this video, I'm going to link it in the cards right now, but I examine when Theros Beyond Death Collector came out, I compare it to Throne of Eldraine Collector. A very similar trend happens every single time a product like this comes out. All of these cards sell for an incredibly inflated price right off the rip. They just tank once the set is released, once the new secret layer is announced, once the new whatever product is announced. People move from the focus of this and they focus on something else. Make sure you watch that video if you want. I'm not going to go as in depth into that whole thing here, but I am going to show you just now as of today, which is April 22nd, 2020. I'm going to show you what some of the prices are in these old sets. So let's go Magic Editions A to Z. Theros Beyond Death was last. So let's go Theros Beyond Death variants. Here we go. And let's just go price high to low. All right. And these are the non-foils. So you can see Uro, $69.99. Croxa, $34.99. So some powerful EDH cards here. But then the drop off is dramatic. And these are the variants. Okay, so you get to like 10, 7, and then after a few cards, we're already down to $5. And I'm not going to go fully into this. If you watch that other video, you're going to see I break it all down. And in that video, you can see the prices on these cards before they have gone through, kind of being forgotten about. Let's look at the foils because I know people care about that. That's what we were just looking at. And let's sort by price high to low. And now you can see here, the big EDH cards have a high price point, 54, 37, 37, 32. And then it starts to drop off. We're at 22, 19. But you have to think when you're buying a pack at $19, and then this is the future, because once we get past all of these, and these are all the special variants, you're getting down to your money card. In most of these packs, the foil commons, the foil uncommons, the bulk of that is going to tank. So when you're looking at this, just know foil token doesn't matter. Foil basic land doesn't matter. Foil common or land doesn't matter. Foil uncommons don't matter for the most part. You're always going to have some standouts in each set. 2 non-foil showcase common or uncommon. Well, let's just look at, some of these showcase cards from Theros, price low to high. Here are all the showcase cards and they're all the cheapest. They're 25 cents. So just know the bulk of the showcase cards that are going to be 2 per pack non-foil, 2 non-foil showcase common or uncommon, all of those are going to be very, very cheap. So even though some of them, let's go back here to Card Kingdom. You know what? I'm just going to open a second Card Kingdom tab and we're in singles and let's just sort low to high. And you can see the showcase cards here, 49 cents, 99 cents. They're already very cheap because a lot of people are waking up to this, but these are just going to go even lower. And these are going to be opened in mass. A lot of them are, limited cards. Probably not going to see a lot of constructed play, many of these, but they look very cool. And for people that are interested in this kind of art, people are going to want to get these. So let's go back over here. Let's continue talking about this. So we've talked about the non-foil showcase common or uncommon. Let's talk about the non-foil Ikoria Commander card. That's going to be a crapshoot. That sometimes will be very good. That sometimes might not be anything. But for people that are going to have problems getting the Commander product because of its availability, this is going to be, these cards for a while are going to hold a premium. So these non-foil Ikoria Commander cards, some of them will have a lot of value. This is Commander 2020 and we're sorting by price high to low. If you're getting like a fierce guardianship, or if you're getting like a deflecting SWAT or something like this, you're getting some serious heat in your pack. And a lot of these commanders, these popular commanders that people are wanting to brew with, if you get them in your box, I would sell them if you're not going to use them and then buy them later once they go down in price. Let's continue. 1 non-foil showcase rare or mythic. So the showcase rares, let's look at the price of some of those and the showcase mythics. We're back here in Ikoria right off the rip. And we're talking about the showcase cards, the triomes. The triomes are very important because this is the first time that we have a 3-color land that is searchable by its land type. Like when you look at this triome, the fact that it is plain swamp forest, that's a big deal. And these have cycling. And they have this really cool, in my opinion, comic book style art. These are going to have, as far as EDH is concerned and as far as constructed formats are concerned and eternal formats, I think that these are going to have a lot of desirability, especially in this frame. So this is a big difference from, say, Throne of Eldraine, which had Fabled Passage. But other than that, the castles are a little bit more restrictive. It's very cool to get the castles, but they're only in that extended art frame. They're not in this in this alternate art frame. And when we talk about Theros Beyond Death, Theros Beyond Death had extended art lands as well, but again, they're scry lands. These are established lands. They play in certain kinds of decks. They're great, but they're not as new and appealing as all of these different triomes that are just, fantastic design. They have kind of like a cool cel-shaded look. So there is an appeal here. And I'm going to be completely honest about this product. I'm not going to tell you it's good if I don't think it's good. I'm not going to tell you it's bad if I don't think it's bad. So we've talked about the non-foil showcased rare or mythic. That can be very good. That can be a huge step in the right direction. I mean, this is just fantastic. And as far as EDH goes, people are going to want these amazing alternate arts. Let's go back here. I've told you all of this at the bottom is pretty much meh. The non-foil showcase commons or uncommons are going to be kind of meh in the long term. The non-foil Ikoria commander card, that can be hit or miss. It's best to sell it in the beginning. We've talked about the non-foil extended art rare or mythic. These are the kind of cards where, let's just look over here on Theros Beyond Death one more time. Theros Beyond Death variants, and we'll sort by price, low to high. After we get past all of these, we're at 35-cent extended art rares. 35-cent extended art. And it goes 39 cents, 49 cents, 59 cents. These are all extended art cards that have tanked. So even though you're getting something cool here, let's see how long it takes to get to like a $5 price on one of these. I mean, this is like a scry land. Most of these, you have to say to yourself, I have $215, right? And I can buy a collector booster box, or I can take that and buy singles. Let's just look really quick at the Theros Beyond Death variants that are worth the most, okay? So for $215, let's go to eBay for this, because that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Theros Beyond Death foil extended. All right, buy it now, price high to low. So Uro 250, let's search completed items here. We could see what it sold for. 184, 169, 150, 140, 135. So you can see compared to Card Kingdom, about correct. So yeah, let's just use Card Kingdom, even though you are going to be able to find better deals on eBay, just for the point of being concise. Let's say you have $215. You know that you're going to get like 2 to 4 foil box toppers, okay? And when I say box topper, I use that term loosely. It's what the community kind of calls these cards, but what they actually are extended art foils. Foil box toppers are specific to Ultimate Masters. Now, there are going to be box toppers in Ikoria that come in the regular booster box, so those will be box toppers. Box topper, extended art foil, people use the term interchangeably, so make sure to do your own research. But you could see, if you're only getting three to four of these, and some of them are like misses, 17. Cetessan Champion, this was a card that was very, very expensive early on. Very expensive. Now it's down to $13. And you can see it just keeps getting lower. I mean, this is the foil Ashiok Nightmare Muse borderless, $11.99. This card sold for a lot early on. And these are all foils. So you can open a pack, right? And you can get your foil box topper, and it could be a $9 card. This is the foil Calyx borderless alternate art, $6. And we're still going. Like, we have foils now that are $3.99. Foil extended art rares that are $3. So this is like your box topper. This is like your payoff card. If you open bad box toppers in your packs, you just lose money. So there's an argument, and this is what a lot of people will say. You could be watching this video and you're like, Jake, stop it. I get it. It's always smarter to buy singles. That's true. But for the people that don't know, I want them to know. I want people to be able to look at this, and I want them to be able to come back, and I want them to see this and go, oh my gosh, all of those Ikoria cards that I was buying early have tanked. So we've talked about that. We've talked about the foil rare mythic has a chance to upgrade to foil extended art rare or mythic. We've talked about the non-foil extended arts. We've talked about the non-foil showcase rares, foil showcase card or borderless planeswalker. If we switch Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths, variants, price high to low, let's get rid of rare or mythic. We'll just have everything on here. SpaceGodzilla, Death Corona. We're going to talk about that card in a second. Fiend Artisan. You could just see like the triomes, $50 a piece. A lot of these are going to go down, down, down. And people are buying them out. Like Cheville, foil extended art has been bought out at $50. And let's see, just based on what we were looking at, let's see what the cheapest ones are. The cheapest foils, and let's go ahead and put on a rarity filter, and we're going to put this on rare or mythic, okay? So if you get one of these, low to high, rare, mythic, and you can just see the difference right now. Right now, all of these prices are inflated, although lower than they have been historically, because I think stores are starting to see now that, okay, people aren't going to buy these now that they're starting to see that, I buy it at $10, and then in a couple months after the set has been out, the card is worth $2.50. Big stores like Card Kingdom, they are starting to see this, and they're starting to adjust these prices to be competitive early on. Because a lot of people, and the number decreases the more people become educated on this, the amount of people paying outrageous prices for pre-sales, that number starts to diminish. Lastly, we're going to talk about, because we've already talked about the borderless Planeswalkers and the foil showcase card, which can just be a complete flop. Borderless Planeswalkers, we just reviewed those. If you did watch the video that I linked, you can see how, Theros Beyond Death commenting on Throne of Eldraine and where those prices were at that time. It's just, this is a new trend. However, we're at the big point, and that is how this product is vastly different from Theros Beyond Death and Throne of Eldraine. Well, we've already talked about the Triomes, but let's talk about Godzilla, because Godzilla is a huge thing as far as overlap in fandom goes. You have MTG fans that are going to want to acquire the Godzilla cards because they're completionists or they're fans of Godzilla, and then you have Godzilla fans who are going to want to acquire the MTG cards just because they are fans of Godzilla. You have Godzilla fans that might become MTG fans just because Godzilla is now featured in this multiverse. Maybe they want to play this card game, even though it's something that in the past they may not have been interested in. So, what does this mean? This overlap in fandom? Well, what it means is that some of these foil Godzilla cards might hold a premium just simply because there's going to be additional demand for those cards. When we go to Card Kingdom, sorting by rare or mythic, and Ikoria Lair of Behemoths variants, price high to low. We've talked about this card, SpaceGodzilla Death Corona. This is a card that's only going to appear in the first wave of collector boosters. And if you want the version that explicitly says Death Corona in no other kind of translation, you have to have the English version. The English version holds a premium over the Japanese version, and I've just been looking at it, but we'll come over here. Let's go ahead and search it up because I want you to see it. And these are completed listings. You can see the drop-off has been significant. A couple sold for $1,000, and this is for the English version. If you type in Japanese, you can see the price is dramatically lower, $137. It still says SpaceGodzilla Death Corona, but it's only in Japanese. So for some reason, there's a lot more of a premium for the English version. Let's look at listings that are currently available. Price plus shipping lowest first. Non-foil, $35. Foil Japanese is $51. And this is for the version that says SpaceGodzilla Death Corona. In the future, it will say SpaceGodzilla Void Invader, and that's going to be in future collector booster sets. Collector booster is notable because if you are chasing the foil variants of these cards, then this is the best product to buy. If you're trying to chase this in other products, the best product is Japanese booster boxes, because Japanese draft boosters actually have a chance to have these cards in them. English boosters and other language boosters do not have the Godzilla variants in the main set. Know that all booster boxes are going to offer the Godzilla variants in the box topper. That's going to be a chance to pull in the box topper that you get when you buy a sealed box. Foil, SpaceGodzilla Death Corona English. Buy it now, price plus shipping. You can see the non-foil, big jump up from the Japanese, which was $35. This is $80. And then you can see the foil English first run error, $198.90. 9 of these have sold. More than 10 of them are available. We can expect this card to go down in price. However, I do think it will rebound. This is a card unlike Oko, which got banned in everything. This card will never, ever possibly be banned in anything. It doesn't make sense to ban it. It's an 8/8 for 8 with Death Touch. It has cycling for 1 black, 2 other. When you cycle it, put a Death Touch counter on target creature you control. The power level of this card is absolutely unbannable. It can't possibly be banned. It would never make sense to ban it. However, the playability of the card is also a little bit lackluster. It's most likely not going to be played in anything other than a cycling deck, possibly. This is just, as far as Eternal formats go, the 2 black, 6 other, it's just not very appealing. So unless you build a deck, or unless there's like a cycling deck that matters that comes out in Eternal formats, most likely this card is going to be a collector's item. That being said, because of the discontinued name, Death Corona, because of coronavirus, this is the kind of thing that gives it kind of like a triple overlap in fandom. There are MTG fans that are going to want this card. There are are Godzilla fans that are going to want this card. And then there are people that are going to seek out oddities based on this pandemic. Random stuff like this that was discontinued. Coronavirus had never blown up. SpaceGodzilla Death Corona would have never been discontinued. The Corona Beam is one of SpaceGodzilla's moves. Like, it's called Death Corona because SpaceGodzilla uses the Corona Beam. It's just simply a lore-based thing that by some sort of happenstance has given this card a severely inflated price over what it would have been. That gives this product a certain edge that the other products didn't have. Oko was so good that it was banned. Before it was banned, it incentivized buying the Throne of Eldraine Collector Boosters. If you wanted that foil variant, that was the best place to chase it. But now it's been banned in like every format except for Vintage, which it's restricted in. I'm sure it's playable in some other thing. It's not that great in EDH, but I'm sure it's still good in EDH. But when a card is banned in everything, that affects the price. So we've talked about a lot of things. We've examined some old trends. We've talked about all of these cards. Let's just say we're just going to be fair. Pretty much $0 from your foil token, $0 from your foil basic land, $0 from your foils. So let's say $1 here. Let's say you get $1 here. So you get $1 here. Let's say you get $2 here. So that's $3. Then you get your non-foil showcase card, which, in a certain amount of time could be worth as low as 35 cents. You get your non-foil Ikoria Commander card. It could be, a tapped land. Get your non-foil extended art rare or mythic. We've talked about that. These could be worth next to nothing. Your non-foil showcase rare or mythic. Again, these could be very low as well. Then you get your foil rare or mythic. I've shown you historically. This can also be, just because it's this extended art variant doesn't mean that the card is going to have some huge premium. So you just have to educate yourself on this. Foil showcase card or borderless planeswalker. The foil borderless planeswalker Calyx, you could buy it for $5. However, this does have the Godzilla overlap in fandom, and it has the chase card SpaceGodzilla Death Corona, among all of these new triomes that we've talked about. So we're back here, we're looking at Ikoria Collector Booster Sealed. Buy it now, price plus shipping lowest first. $221, $215, $215, $221. For $221, you could just go buy some really killer singles. We're looking at the Throne of Eldraine variants, foils, price plus shipping highest first. So if I had $215, you could come in here and you could buy the Great Henge and Fabled Passage for about the same price. Two excellent cards. You could buy Brazen Borrower. You could even buy Oko for $80 straight up. Need the extended art for your cube? You have to think, is it worth it to take a chance and maybe pull SpaceGodzilla Death Corona? Or do I want to wait for a little while and then cherry pick and take that budget and buy a couple cards that I would have been stoked to pull in my collector booster? Because if you don't, you could go in there and you could get like some jank. Your foil rare could be an opportunistic dragon, your foil extended, or it could be a Fabled Passage that you buy straight up. It could be a $2.49 stolen by the Fae, or it could be SpaceGodzilla Death Corona. It's really important to just know how this works, to know that in the beginning, the people that are buying all of these pre-sales are people that are just so hyped that they have to get it early, they have to know. Or it's people that are speccing cards. For $215, do I think that this is going to go up at a significant price based on what I'm currently seeing? I don't think it will go up significantly. I don't, because this is more of the same. Even Theros Beyond Death had those new foil lands. There were 2 per pack. That hasn't really done anything. Here's a Theros Beyond Death sealed collector booster box. $156.99. In this video, the video that I linked earlier, if you didn't watch it, you can see the Theros Beyond Death pre-sale prices for the collector boosters were $239.50. You can see it right there. $239.50. Boom. And I'm showing you now that you can buy it for $156.99. Ikoria Collector Boosters. We know what's in it. We've talked about it. I mentioned in the beginning of the video there's something that you need to know, and I want to talk about that on Reddit. This is the MTG Finance subreddit, and you need to know this if you have pre-ordered Ikoria Collector Boosters. Reach out if you pre-ordered Ikoria Collector Boosters. I saw on the MVP site that they will be providing the Japanese collector cards to people that bought boxes. The poster says, so I reached out to Cataclysm Collectibles on eBay, who I pre-ordered my boxes through, and they confirmed that they would be providing the promo packs to pre-ordered Ikoria Collector Booster Boxes. So even though this person didn't buy from an LGS, they reached out to whatever secondary seller that they bought it from to make sure that they're getting those cards. So you should know there are certain cards that are in only the Japanese collector booster boxes that aren't appearing. This is an error. You should expect to get the Japanese promos even if you didn't buy your boxes from your LGS. Edit. It seems like all vendors will receive the promo packs to distribute. Any that don't should most likely be reported to WotC. So again, I'm going to put all of this in the description of the video. Make sure to check out the description for more information. If you want to come over to this Reddit post, if you want to read this, it's going to be there for you. We talked about a lot of different information. I know that this is a lot to take in. I did my best to be concise and not ramble, but I want this to be the kind of video that you can look back on in the future. If you're new to the collecting side of Magic, I hope you learned something in this. I hope I widened your eyes and pulled the curtain to the side to show you maybe don't jump the gun on buying a bunch of pre-sales. I've bought very specific things. I bought 2 of the collector booster boxes sealed, and I bought 1 SpaceGodzilla Death Corona because that is the chase card. That foil variant, I believe, in the future will command a high premium. Is it unplayable? Yeah, kinda. Is it collectible? I believe it is. Are you going to be buying an Ikoria Collector Booster Box? Are you excited about this huge new overlap in Godzilla fandom? Let me know in the comments. It's always a pleasure making these videos. If you're somebody who is well versed in the financial side of this game, I hope you found something in the video that's interesting to you as well. I've done the best that I can. I've presented all of the information that I think about, and now it's up to you to decide, is Ikoria Collector Booster worth it? Until next time, I'll catch you later.